Every single legend has a beginning, right? Well, for one of the biggest stories ever told, it all kicks off in one incredible moment, right here in Chapter 6 of One Piece. This is it. This is where a boy with a rubber body and a massive dream finds his very first crewmate, and the Straw Hat Pirates are officially born.
So you have to ask yourself, how does an adventure that's going to shake the entire world to its core actually begin? Is it some grand prophecy, a secret map? Nah, for One Piece, it's way simpler than that. It starts with a choice, a defiant promise, and two people with impossibly huge dreams just finding each other at the perfect time.
And really, this says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you've got Monkey D. Luffy's pure, unfiltered joy the moment the infamous pirate hunter Roronoa Zoro agrees to join him. And on the other, the total shock on the Marines' faces as their bullets literally just bounce right off him. It's the perfect snapshot of what this series is all about, this boundless optimism colliding with just unbelievable power. Okay, so let's set the scene. We're at a Marine base run by this tyrant, Captain Axehand Morgan, and this is where we find Luffy, a self-proclaimed pirate captain with a crew of exactly 0. He's got his sights set on one guy and one guy only to be his first mate, the captured demon swordsman, Roronoa Zoro. The stakes are immediately life and death. I mean, Luffy is scrambling to get Zoro's ropes untied while a whole squad of Marines is closing in, swords out. Zoro's got this brutal choice: die right here and now, or live as a pirate. And with this reluctant grumble, he makes the call that's going to change the course of history forever. But just as Luffy is getting Zoro free, the Marines open fire. And this is the exact moment where their entire understanding of a fight just gets completely turned upside down. They think they're shooting at some regular kid, and they're about to find out the hard way just how wrong they are. Seriously, just put yourself in their shoes for a second. You fire your rifle point blank, and the bullets just plink right off him. The confusion immediately turns to panic. You can hear them shouting, "What is he?" Their best weapon is totally useless, and their whole reality just got shattered. And it's Captain Morgan who finally gets what's happening. He actually recognizes the source of this impossible power. He starts yelling to his men that Luffy isn't normal. He's eaten one of the legendary devil fruits, these mystical treasures of the sea. So what's the deal with a devil fruit? Well, it's one of the coolest concepts in this whole world. These things are mystical fruits that grant whoever eats them these incredible, sometimes reality-bending powers. But, and this is a huge but, there's a massive catch. In a world that's almost all ocean, the eater loses their ability to swim forever. They sink like a hammer. A huge, huge risk for anyone who wants to be a pirate. So what amazing power did Luffy get for that price? Well, with this giant grin on his face, he just stretches his own cheek way out and proudly yells, "I'm a rubber man!" This moment is just, it's pure Luffy. Even in the middle of a life or death battle, he can't help but be kind of goofy and completely upfront about who he is. Now that Luffy's power is out in the open, the spotlight swings over to the guy he just saved. Zoro's free, sure, but he's not about to become anyone's mindless follower. He has one non-negotiable condition before he joins up, and it's tied to the very core of who he is, his ambition. The second Luffy gets Zoro his 3 swords back, the demon is unleashed. He doesn't even hesitate. He just instantly stops an entire squad of swordsmen all by himself. That helpless captive from a minute ago, gone, replaced by this monstrously skilled fighter who proves his scary reputation is way more than just talk. And here it is, his one condition. He looks Luffy right in the eye and lays it all out. It's got nothing to do with treasure or power. He just says, "I'm going to be the world's greatest swordsman. All I have left is my destiny." This isn't just a goal for him. It's the vow that fuels his entire existence. So, how does Luffy respond to that? To this incredibly serious, life-defining vow? Does he get intimidated? Nope. He just breaks into this huge, confident grin and says Zoro's dream is awesome and totally fitting because his new boss is going to be the king of the pirates. It's a perfect meeting of equals. 2 people with these insane, world-class ambitions. And with their dreams on the table, the deal is sealed. Just like that, the first 2 members of the Straw Hat Pirates are united. So what happens when these 2 forces of nature actually fight together for the very first time? We are about to see. Luffy immediately gets creative with his power. He yells for Zoro to duck, plants his feet, twists his body like a spring, and then just unleashes his Gum Gum Whip, a stretching kick that wipes out a whole line of Marines in one shot. It's bizarre, and it is devastatingly effective. You know, the reaction from the Marines who are left says it all. They're just in total despair, screaming, it's hopeless. We can't fight a rubber man and that demon Roronoa Zoro at the same time. They're completely broken. The combination of these two is just, it's too much. The whole fight comes to a head with Zoro facing off against Morgan, and one swift, powerful strike is all it takes to end the tyrant's reign. As Luffy calls out his name, Zoro looks back with a little smirk and says, "No sweat, Captain. The title just fits." The partnership is officially forged in the heat of battle. See, this victory was never really about defeating some corrupt Marine. It was the moment two colossal dreams, which were once on totally separate paths, finally crashed together and merged into one unstoppable journey. This is the real beginning of an adventure that's going to change everything. This one single iconic image says everything you need to know. Luffy and Zoro, back to back, standing over their enemies. It stands for so much more than just one battle won. It's a promise of everything that's about to come. The future king of the pirates and the future world's greatest swordsman, starting their entire journey from absolute zero together. So it really just leaves you with one final thought, doesn't it? We've just seen the very first step. So when a future king and the world's best swordsman team up, what happens next? What in the world could possibly stand in their way? The only thing we know for sure is that it's going to be one heck of an adventure.